Welcome, Braveheart. I'm so glad you're here. You're listening to Brave Heart and Courage Stories for Bravehearts, the podcast that helps you build courage, kindness, honesty, and all the character traits that make the world better, one story at a time. Today's theme is kindness, and how even the smallest act of kindness can change someone's day or even their life. We'll begin with a ranch adventure with Vivi, Mia, and Andy, then hear one of the most famous fables of all time, The Lion and the Mouse. Finally, we'll meet a real boy who started changing the world with kindness when he was just 12 years old. Let's ride out to the ranch. It was a sunny afternoon on the ranch, and the trio was getting ready to ride out. Vivi adjusted Liberty's saddle, Mia brushed sprinkles until her coat shone, and Andy was rummaging through the barn in a panic. "My hat! I can't find my lucky hat!" Andy exclaimed, throwing a pile of blankets to the side. Vivi raised an eyebrow. "Andy, you don't need a hat to ride." "Yes, I do," Andy said dramatically. "Comet won't listen to me without it." Mia giggled. "Comet listens just fine. Sometimes." Andy sighed and sat on a hay bale. "I was sure I left it here. Maybe someone took it." Just then, Vivi noticed Boomer, the barn cat, curled up in the corner, right on top of Andy's hat. She picked it up carefully. The brim was bent, and the crown had muddied paw prints across it. "Looks like Boomer found a new bed," Vivi said, holding it out. Andy's face fell. "It's ruined." Vivi brushed off the dirt. "Not ruined, just well-loved. Here, let's fix it up." Mia fetched a damp cloth, and together they cleaned the paw prints and reshaped the brim. Andy watched as his friends worked, their hands moving quickly. "Why are you helping me?" Andy asked quietly. "It's just my silly hat." "Because kindness matters," Vivi said. "Doesn't matter how small the problem is. Helping each other makes lives better." Andy slipped the hat on his head, grinning. "Thanks, you two. I guess kindness doesn't have to be big. It can be simple as cleaning mud off a hat." Mia smiled. "Exactly. Even the smallest kindness makes a difference." The three saddled up the horses and rode off, the breeze lifting Andy's hat proudly. Let's read about another example of kindness. This time, we're going to hear the story of the lion and the mouse. Once upon a time, in the golden grasslands of Africa, a mighty lion stretched in the sun after a big meal. He yawned, closed his eyes, and drifted off to sleep. Just then, a tiny mouse scampered across his paw. Swat! The lion woke with a roar and trapped the mouse beneath its massive paws. "Who dares to walk on me?" growled the lion. The mouse trembled. "You mighty lion, I didn't mean to wake you. I was just trying to get home. If you let me go, I promise I'll help you one day." The lion laughed, his mane shaking. "You help me?" The tiny mouse. Still, something about the mouse's courage made the lion pause. With a grin, she lifted his paw and let the mouse scurry away. Days later, the lion was caught in a hunter's trap. Thick ropes pulled him to the ground. He roared and thrashed, but he couldn't escape. Hearing the sound, the mouse rushed to the scene. With tiny teeth, the mouse gnawed at the ropes, bit by bit, strand by strand, until the lion was free. "You saved me," the lion whispered. "I never thought you could." The mouse squeaked. "Even the smallest kindness matters." So, brave hearts, even when we do something small for another person or an animal, it does make a difference. We're going to read another example. It's about a real person named Burger. Kindness isn't just in fairy tales or fables. It lives in real people, even kids. Have you ever heard of Craig Turger? When Craig was just 12 years old, he read a newspaper story about a boy in another country who was forced to work dangerous conditions instead of going to school. Craig was shocked. He thought, kids should be safe. Kids should be learning and playing, not working like that. So Craig started Free the Children, a group that helped raise awareness about child labor and supported kids around the world. He gave speeches. He organized school assemblies. He got friends involved. He didn't wait to be an adult to show kindness. He just started with what he had. Later, his organization became We Charity, and it helped thousands of children to go to school and live better lives. Craig's story proves you're never too young to make a difference. Let's take a moment to think. What do you know that could use? Who do you know that could use a little kindness this week? Is there someone lonely at school? A neighbor who might need help? A sibling who needs encouragement? Maybe it's an elderly person in your neighborhood who would like to have a visit and a chat. Kindness is a gift you can't give without expecting anything in return. Even small acts, a kind word, holding the door, helping with homework, can have a big impact. Remember the lion? He was the biggest, strongest animal in the land. But the mouse's small kindness saved him. And Craig? He was just a kid, just like you. And his kindness rippled around the globe. What about you? What kindness can you offer this week? So here's your mission. The Kindness Ripple Challenge. This week, do at least 3 kind things for 3 different people. And here's some examples. Leave a kind note for a classmate. Let your sibling go first during a game. Say something encouraging to a parent or teacher. Help clean up without being asked. Compliment someone on something they're good at. Or help mom and dad with a chore without being asked. So step 1, pick your 3 acts of kindness. Step 2, do them quietly. There's no need to be noticed or announce it. Step 3, in your Braveheart journal, put on our printable worksheet, write or draw what kind of things you did, how people reacted, and how you felt inside after you did them. Remember, you can download your worksheet at www.heartandcouragestories.com. Kindness is free, and it spreads fast. Like a tiny ripple in water, your actions can touch more people than you know. For example, if you say thank you to someone for a kindness that they have done to you, suddenly they're feeling kindness towards others as well, and may also spread it along. Whether you're a lion, a mouse, or a 12-year-old like Craig, you have the power to make someone's day better. Next week, we're back with Vivi, Mia, and Andy as they learn about friendship and teamwork in the Garden of Ramen. But before we go, I've got an exciting announcement for all our Bravehearts and their families. The Heart and Courage Stories shop is now open. You can find all kinds of Braveheart merch to keep the adventure going at home. You'll find journals for your Braveheart challenges, water cups for everyday adventures, patches, and stickers to remind you to be kind, courageous, and true, and more. So parents, you can check it out at heartencouragestories.myshopify.com. There's also a link on our webpage at heartencouragestories.com. And remember, this is a great way to keep the spirit of the podcast alive in your home and to support the stories that inspire your kids every week. So until next time, brave hearts, be kind, be brave, and remember, you are a brave heart.